All right, let's see if I end up deleting this video. I'm gonna see if I can get it started. Now we know it takes a few kicks to get some compression. So, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, step one, turn up this idle screw. I'm gonna back it all the way off so it's not touching. Touching, it's half, half, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Yeah, we'll start there. Let's see if that helps. So we're gonna go straight to reserve this time, just because I bit myself a couple times going to on and not getting gas. Switch on, run switch on, choke all the way up for starters. Pretty sure I have like no compression right now. Guess I didn't need it. Yeah, baby. All right, I think today is the day we get this top end reassembled. Got a new piston, oil filter, replacement clutch cable because it's broken. First, I'm gonna wash it in that bucket because we got oil all over it, and then I honed out this. I need to just scrub it and get all this oil off or it'll end up burning. So I'm gonna wash off all this additional oil I have on the aluminum, put it all back together, and we'll see if we can get this thing started. Here we go. Key takeaways, got the rings on, is the placement of the rings. The first thing is making sure that the oil ring is not overlapped. So that would be incorrect. You don't want to overlap them, you want to make sure they're butted up. And then just the placement, and it tells you, if you order a Wiseco piston, it'll tell you where to put them. So top oil ring, the front of the engine is that way. On a Wiseco piston, the arrow is going to be pointing towards exhaust. So second compression ring will be, the gap will be towards the front of the engine. The top compression ring will be to the right, and then your oil rings are here. Bottom oil ring, top oil ring. And then you just make sure when you assemble the piston, make sure that they're still in that state. And then I oiled up the rails with the C-clips, make sure there was some oil in there for the rings. And then before I put it on the rod. Ow. let's take a look at top dead center here. Just make sure it compares. Hold on. There's one line. Oh, that should be top. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so that matches. So that's top dead center, and we are at the top. All right, cool. You can see there's a T right there. Almost forgot these two dowel pins here. This one, there's one here, and there's one here. I think I need to put those on first. I almost put this thing in backwards. I had it like this, which is not correct. It goes in like this behind this little tab here. It goes in like that. Something, it wasn't lining up with this gasket, and that's what kind of made me look into it a little bit more. That's that. Yeah, that's top dead center right there. Okay. All right, so to get the chain loose enough so where I could start the bolts, I had to depress the spring tensioner. So this spring tensioner is banana shaped this way, right? So I just went in with a flat tip and squeezed it over. And as you squeeze it over, you got to press this button, and then it lifts up right there. You see how that lifted up right there? See how that's lifting up? You squeeze this over, hit this button, squeeze this over, and then this holds tension on the on that position. So since I got it just a little bit looser, now I'll squeeze it right here. And then holds that tension loose. You have to press this button so it'll allow this portion to spring up. And now I got the space I need to start this screw. But my timing's off again, so we'll see how this, you turn it this way. All right, so you can see that line there and that line there are lined up with the head. At the same time, I think you'll be able to see the T in here. It's just to the side there, right there. Let me see if you can see that. There you go. So that's top dead center. So now I'm gonna rotate it and then put the screw on the other side. And then I'll rotate it again and get it tight. But right now I just got them finger loose. All right, let's put that cap on. Checking valves, I have a 2 thou and a 3 thousandths. The range is 2 to 4. So we'll see if this 3, get you there. If this 3 thousandths can make it. Nope, it's not getting under. I don't really feel any play at all. Let's go with 2 thousandths. Nope. Let's see. That's the smallest one I got too. Yeah, that's 2 thousandths. So we have to loosen this one up. It's almost underneath there. All right, now crack that loose. Let's go back to the 3. Yeah, 3 is right there. 4. I mean, it's definitely getting stuck on 4. It doesn't just slide under. So that's good. That's good. Last little tighten. Good. 4. Kind of tight. 3. There you go. All right, let's make the other one do that. All right, intake is 1 to 3 thousandths. So we'll be checking with the 2 and the 3. And for this guy, on the intake, you kind of got to slice in here and come from, make sure this is here. You kind of got to slice in there to get in there. So obviously I can get the 2 in. See if I can get this 3 in. Yep, I can get the 3 in. I can feel the 3. So we're going to tighten it up to where I can't get the 3, but I can get the 2. So crack this loose. You can hear that tapping right there. If I ran them that loose, it would be a clackety mess. Okay. So I cracked that loose. And then I'm going to tighten it with, the 3 underneath it. Usually that's too tight. So I'm going to get the 3 underneath until I feel tension. Yep, right there. Okay, now I'm gonna tighten the lock nut. I think the best way to do this is to just tighten it in between every check. So let's go loosen it up a little. And I mean a little. Let's see now if I can get the two in there. It's also too tight for that. Add a little bit more. Go that far. All right, let's try the two. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's in there now. I mean, it's just dragging that two. See how the three feels. If I can get it in there. Right there, yeah. So now, right now we're at 2/1000 because I'm not getting that three in there. That was the two. Let me see. Yeah, that three's not really going. But the two, right there. So it's dragging. So we're locked in. That's good. All right, we're back at top dead center. Taking one last look at this auto decompression mechanism. And right now it's loosened pretty much all the way up. We're in top dead center, and you can see how it's not pressing down on this exhaust valve. This has to be about right there before it's touching for it to make any effect at all. So that little bit of a measurement right here is almost whether or not it's gonna make an impact. I don't think it makes much of an impact when it's that loose. I'm gonna test out I've seen guys that just remove it all the way. I might end up doing that, but for now, I'm gonna leave it loose the way it is. And I just know that maybe I'll make a little mark right here. I'll make a little mark, which this to here lined up. Is touching the valve. You see that there? Underneath. Press it forward. No, I can't get underneath. All right, top end's done. Exhaust is on. Valve clearance has been checked. Carb is on. I don't have a muffler running, so I kind of pulled my brake stuff out of the way so I don't melt my brake lines. I got that Nibby air cleaner on it. It doesn't quite clear this spring, so we'll see how that holds up. At the moment, I have the decompression so loose that it should make little to no effect. I may change that later, but for now, we're just gonna try it out. Let me see what else. Carb. I did up the pilot jet to 40. I believe it was a 38. So I think we're ready to see if we can get this thing started. see how tight this this oil nut is. Oh, not that bad. Not that bad. All right. Let's see what this oil looks like. Nice and black, baby. All right. So let that run out for a little bit. Ew, that's a nasty looking screw. Get that all clean. Goodness. All right. No metal shavings. I like that. Don't look too bad. This side end spring towards engine. I'm glad I said that. Because I did not see how that came out. This side end spring towards the engine. Like so. Go clean up this other screw real quick. Turned out pretty good. Little wire brush real quick. Let's get that. All right, let's throw out 1.5 quarts of oil. Let's see when we turn fuel on, if it leaks right away. Guess there's really no need to have it all the way jacked up anyway. So we've got a choke all the way down. Let's give it a few primers. Choke it. I didn't put enough gas in it. Let's go to reserve. We put it on the reserve. Maybe I didn't have enough gas for a regular. I didn't put that much gas in it anyway, so let's start over. Maybe I didn't get any gas. So we'll do a couple primes. Choke on. Well, we know we got gas. Just leaking like crazy. Now, choke back on. Woohoo! She's alive, baby. Let's see what we can do now. You wear me out, dude. All right. I'll turn this gas off. Rest a minute. Come back. We'll be back. All right. You win for now. You win for now. Sweating, y'all. 60 degrees out here. This thing got my heart beating. I'm sweating. Ooh, come on, baby. So I took the carb off and did some measurements just in case I got to buy another carb, because this carb's not in the best of shape. One of the things about it is these L's, 250L versions versus the R, has this accelerator pump, and the design of it is just garbage. If you look at that little piston right there, that piston's supposed to press down and then squirt in this diaphragm and then squirt out. Now granted, my diaphragm's in bad shape, but if you look at just the mechanics of it, when I pull the throttle, you can see it moving down a little. I mean, a little. It's just see that spring right there? That spring is just so weak that it really doesn't get much of a spray out of that. I've cleaned the jets and all of that, and like I said, that diaphragm's garbage. Anyway, I may have to change out the carb. So I went ahead and put on the muffler just because I didn't want to cook my brake line, because I really want to get this thing warmed up and get the ring set. So to help me get this thing started, we're going to try to cheat a little with the starting fluid. If I can't get this thing started with the starting fluid and bump starting it, and then my thought was just to push it down the back of my truck off the ramps and just try to get it started here. I could obviously go down my hill, but you know, and I'd have to push the thing all the way back up. But anyway, if I can't get it started with the starting fluid, then I'm gonna wait till I get my battery in, because I have this theory that these CDIs were designed to use the battery as a spark assist. That's just my thought, because with no spark plug in, when I'm doing a spark test, if I just crank that over by hand, I don't get spark. It won't spark. You gotta step on that thing and really give it like a real kick, and then it'll spark off. So I'm thinking that the battery will help the spark. I won't know that till I get my battery. I get my battery on Monday, which is a couple days from now. So let's just see what we got. see what happens when I try to bump start this thing in second gear. Got some lumps. I turned it over. Turned it over. Let's see. Do a little choke this time. See if it wants a little choke. Come on, man. Tighten the clutch up. I feel like this clutch is a little weak. All right, clutch is a little tighter. Let's see. And the battle continues. Let's see what kind of spark we're getting. All right. Let's see if we're getting any spark. Man, I can't see it. I'm gonna check the video. All right, this is what happened last time. I had to close my garage. Let me see, is that in the video? I can't tell. Yeah, should be in the video. All right, let's see what we got now. Oh. Saw some spark. If you just pump it like this, you don't get spark at all. So you got to hit it with like, you really got to kick it. All right, so I'd say that's a weak spark. That's what I think. All right, so in the spark plug cap, there is this spring. That's where the spark plug clicks into, and this resistor. I looked in the manual, and it does not say what this resistor should be reading. So I don't know, but it's not open, obviously because we're getting spark too, but it's 5.3 kilo ohms. So I don't know if that's correct or not, but anyway, we're just gonna reassemble that. I've seen videos where guys have removed this and just gone straight without it, using some sort of metal piece to bridge that gap, but I'm not there yet. Next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna clip just a little bit of this back. Maybe get some fresh wires in here. Give me a good connection. So it bottoms out. You know what? I want to check the spark on it now that I've changed that. Let me pull that plug back out. All right, let's see if it looks any better. Why can't I see it with the door open in my thing? Quit! For now. Hey, this thing. Need some ignition, baby. Need some ignition. So I changed the valves. The exhaust, I went to 5, and the intake, I went to 4 thousandths on both sides. They were tighter than that. They were, I think I set them to like 3, or anyway, a few thousandths tighter, or looser, I should say, on both intake and exhaust. I checked the timing again, and that was spot on. Let's see. Gave her a little bath. I know it don't look like much, but she got a little bit of a bath. Anything else that I do? I think that's about it. So we're gonna try it again before I get this battery. Second gear, here we go. All right, so in the spirit of fault isolation, I removed the muffler because that seal wasn't getting a very good seal, because this one is stripped, just spinning, and that one won't move at all. It's seized up, so I got it soaking in some PB Blaster, but I went ahead and just removed it, moved my brake reservoir out of the way, and then hopefully I don't burn up this one if it gets going. But we'll see. If I was getting a lot of back pressure, I could see smoke coming out this way, and I could see smoke coming out through these seals here. So let's see if this helps. I was finally able to get this thing to kickstart cold the other day, and what I did was I took the carburetor off, and I mean, it's a brand new Pilot Jet, but I removed the Pilot Jet and I cleaned really well where the Pilot Jet seats, even though I didn't see any debris there. But I just made sure I sprayed through all the orifices, through all the vents, which to me it was clean. But anyhow, I don't know that made all the difference. I think what made a bigger difference is on the carb here at the idle adjuster. I did that 3 turns out. Let me see if I can get in here with this. So I turned this 3 turns out. So I backed it off until it wasn't touching, like where it is there, right? And then I turned it 3 turns. So when it finally came on, I mean, it idle was high, but that's okay. I was able to run it with the choke off. So let me see, I'm not touching it there. All right. And let me turn that 3 turns, but I'll do that in a second. I think that was about it. Oh, and it was all about making sure when I kicked it that I was in top dead center, and I kicked a mess out of it every time. You know, just give it real good solid kicks. And I did not give it gas at all, really. Choke full on. That was the other thing. Choke full on until it kicked over. So see if I can capture it this time on video for you guys. Let me turn that 3 times and you'll see how high the idle is, and then as it starts to warm up, I'll turn it down. All right, let's see how many kicks. Let's see if I can even get it started. I'm gonna give it, you know, give it a good 100. We'll see how it goes. So I got the idle turned all the way to 3. I'm gonna go full choke, lock that in place. Oh, I replaced the battery. I don't know how much of a difference the battery made. Well, after I try to get it started today, if I get it going, I'll let it cool down, and then I'm gonna look at the spark plug again and also do a spark check now that I have a battery on or in it, and see what happens. But anyhow, choke's on, switch on, in running, fuel on, and that's it. See how it goes. You'll hear when it's at top dead center, as you're cycling through, you'll get this like puff, and then that's how I know it's in top dead center. So it doesn't feel right. Right there, that puff. Choke and died. I don't know if it's gonna start back up though. I don't know. We'll see. Let's turn the choke. Let's leave the choke off. See what happens. Turn that gas back on. Turn that idle screw back up. All right, choke's off. I don't think it really warmed up, so I don't know if choke off is gonna be. Now I'm gonna go with choke back on because I feel like I'm gonna waste my time going with choke off. I definitely got some jetting I gotta worry about, but I'm very satisfied now that I figured out the starting procedure. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that back off. And I'm just gonna, honestly, man, I'm gonna practice this starting procedure over and over and over again until I'm consistent with it. And I think getting it to idle, it's just a matter of jetting. I don't have an exhaust in. Plus I still need to do some work because the last time I got it hot, I started smoking from these headers right away. But there's so much carbon buildup from before I did the top end that I'm pretty sure it's just that carbon burning off. But I want to clean it all off and get it back to bare metal and get some of this rust off of here. And then I got to figure out if I'm going to use the stock exhaust, which it's so bad that I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I was looking at some cheaper alternatives on the internet, you know, but I have to find a mid pipe that's going to work. So anyhow, I'm happy that I'm able to get it to start. That's 2 times on one kick, so that's good news. All right, I got the muffler back on. This is just gonna see if I can get it into idle with the jets that I do have. And I also want to see if I can do this consistently on a few kicks, you know? So gas on, switch on, and running. Choke all the way on. I'm not gonna give it any gas. Let's listen for that puff. That right there. Come on now. Let's put it on reserve just in case. I don't know if I'm getting gas. Maybe I wasn't getting gas. Should be. Well, I think that battery is almost dead already. Golly. As soon as I got the turned my gas over to reserve, I didn't have enough gas in there for the regular on. So all that smoke right now is cooking off is the WD-40 and oils and stuff I put on the headers. Getting hot though. I think that thing is super lean. Hopefully all of that smoke is from the the carbon in the exhaust systems. That's a lot of smoke. I broke this little valve at the bottom. That's why it's coming out the bottom like this. Running for about 10 minutes now, maybe a little less. Idle's starting to settle in. See if I can rev it again. There you go. Settles back in. That's good. I think this is just oil burning off. You probably can't pick it up on camera. Definitely, there might be a little bit of a leak there. In that gasket. Alright, just took it for a first spin. Went through all the gears, went around the neighborhood, and it looks like all that smoke is burned off, or oil, whatever it was, it's now burned off. I know you can't really make it out in the video, but it's running pretty good. I heard this clinking around. I got to deal with this chain and all of this too. There's some bale wire here. Done that before I took it on the first ride, but couldn't help myself. Alright, that's more like the idle I want to hear. And I don't know if y'all remember from the earlier videos, but these push-pulls, you have to push it forward or that throttle stuck open just a little bit, because I was sitting here wondering why my idle never came down, and I eventually backed off that idle screw all the way and it was still high, and I said, well, how could that be? Well, the throttle was still open just a little bit. You just had to kind of roll that throttle forward a little bit. Let's see if I end up deleting this video. I'm gonna see if I can get it started. Now we know it takes a few kicks to get some compression. So, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, step one, turn up this idle screw. I'm gonna back it all the way off so it's not touching. Touching. That's half. Wait, half, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. Yeah, we'll start there. Let's see if that helps. So we're gonna go straight to reserve this time, just because I bit myself a couple times going to on and not getting gas. Switch on, run switch on, choke all the way up for starters. pretty sure I have like no compression right now.
Guess I didn't need it.
Yeah, baby. All right. Let's roll, baby. off this time. Woo! All right, man. Well, that's going to close that out. First ride. Well, that was actually my second ride around the neighborhood. I didn't get the first one recorded. One day I'll step my game up. All I have is this crappy chest mount, and the audio is going to be garbage. Nothing but wind noise, but you know, she's riding good too. Thanks for watching, y'all.